Good day, everyone. This is our discussion for adjusting entries. And this is one of the so-called adjustments or adjusting entries again, which is called depreciation. So basically, depreciation is that particular process by which the values of property, plant, and equipment under PAS 16, that is, for example, we have a building, we also have property, plant, and equipment items like furniture and fixtures, then machinery and equipment, those items which are the commons or the common ones, which would decrease their value over time or due to the continuous or non-continuous usage or even non-usage of the items. So we are going to discuss that exhaustively as we have the source. So this is again from Baleada's book. So let us discuss. Now, as what I've said a while ago, that the value of certain assets called property, plant, and equipment would decrease over time. So examples, by the way, of property, plant, and equipment are buildings, as what I've said. We also have furniture and fixtures, just like tables, chairs, etc. We also have the equipment, machinery and equipment. So equipment could be office equipment like computers. We also have the vehicles of the company. Basically, these are assets which can be used for more than 1 year, and they are used in the operations of the business, whether that is for production or for selling or for administration or administrative purposes, because normally those are the three parts of operations. Although if we think of a global or high-end manufacturing scale or type of business, there can be many more facets of operations. So we can just limit for our simple analysis three areas: production, selling, and then you call that distribution also at the same time. We also have administration or administrative aspect of operations. Anyway, so these long-lived assets, which is known as property, plant, and equipment under IAS or PAS, our IFRSs, which we use in the Philippines as PFRSs, actually use property, plant, and equipment again. But in US or in US GAAP, we call this fixed assets. So do not be confused as to the terms. They are just synonymous terms: property, plant, and equipment, or even property and equipment in this book, and also fixed assets. And then the value would decrease over time because of the depreciation. So, well, depreciation is that process of allocating the cost of the asset, which is the PPE, over its useful life. So we have to allocate that over its useful life. It's because the economic benefits embodied in this asset is to be utilized or used over various accounting periods, say for example, years of usage. Okay, so depreciation is a process, a systematic and rational allocation process. At the same time, that's the situation by which the asset's value will decrease over time. So why is that? Because of course, we keep on using the asset, or we use it for certain periods of time, or even non-usage, just like cars which are being abandoned temporarily. So in that case, they would also decrease over time. Now, what are the three factors that are to be utilized for depreciation? So we have the cost of the asset. So basically, this would be the purchase price plus any other directly attributable costs or incidental costs, which are the costs needed in order for the asset to be ready for its intended use. The second is salvage value, which is also known as residual value or scrap value, in which this is the estimated amount by which the asset can be sold at the end of its estimated useful life, or the amount that can be recovered from the asset. It's possible that this would be zero also, which is normal in problems, especially in academic purposes. Number three, useful life is the estimated amount of periods, number of years could be, and normally and usually, that an asset is usable to the entity. So we have to take note that number two and number three are estimates, so they are not exact values. So here we have the cost of a depreciable asset. in which they will form part under property, plant, and equipment under non-current assets. And as we use them, these values would be rationally and systematically allocated over the useful life, and there would be a transfer from the assets to expenses in the form of depreciation. So depreciation is estimated, by the way, because we cannot determine exactly like for how long can we use a certain property, plant, and equipment. The most common method that we use actually is straight line method. Actually, there are so many methods of depreciation that you will know in higher years. Anyhow, how do we compute depreciation? That's going to be the cost of the asset. Then we deduct the estimated salvage or scrap or residual value that would equate to depreciable cost. And we divide that by the estimated useful life. We get the depreciation expense. So this is the Jurassic, or I would say the template or the default method and formula that we are going to know of. That's how simple it is. Now we are going to utilize this formula if, for example, the asset really is acquired at January 1 or beginning of the year. Because if it is acquired other than January 1, so we have to compute the so-called fractional depreciation. So we will tackle that sometime later. Anyhow, the asset account is the property, plant, and equipment, while the contra asset account is the accumulated depreciation. So from the word accumulated, meaning combined or consolidated or mixed or grouped depreciation expense in prior or previous accounting periods. This is a contra asset account because when we present property, plant, and equipment in the financial statements, we are going to deduct accumulated depreciation. And the difference is called book value. Book value is also known as carrying value or carrying amount or net book value. So those are very similar terms. We have an example here. So let's say Weddings Are Us, which is our company, bought a service vehicle on May 4, which would last for 7 years, so 84 months. In this case, the intention here is for us to compute monthly depreciation, which is also okay because the company is preparing monthly financial statements. So we have here salvage value 84,000. Then office equipment was acquired in May 5, useful life of 5 years. This is another asset, a while ago service vehicle. Then this is for office equipment data. Then we have cost of service vehicle is 420,000 less salvage value 84,000 divided by 84. So that's 4,000 per month. That's for the service vehicle. While for the office equipment, we have 60,000. Then divided by 60 months equals 1,000 pesos for every month. Okay, so we were already able to obtain the depreciation expenses of the two assets using straight line method. Anyway, if we did not, for example, acquire the asset exactly on January 1, we can also do the monthly analysis and we multiply by the number of months from that date up to December 31. If we are computing or we are preparing annual financial statements, but if monthly, so of course, this would be very easy if we're just going to divide it by the estimated useful life in months, since normally it's in years. Okay, so how do we record? It's simple, guys. All we have to do is to debit depreciation expense, dash the specific PPE item, and credit accumulated depreciation, in which this should have been service vehicle, but I think because of the limited space, that's why this is abbreviated. Because remember, our rule is that we should not abbreviate account titles. We have to spell out. All right, so 4,000 and 1,000 each. And we indent. Explanation, by the way, is omitted under adjusting entries because it is assumed that we know how to explain. So how do we explain this one? To record depreciation expense for service vehicle. That's it. That's how simple it is. Then we can notice that we have two separate entries for each PP item, although in real life, this can be combined or this can be presented into a compound journal entry. So, or adjusting entry. It depends upon the company though. Then after adjustments, this is how we should be seeing property, plant, and equipment at net book values or carrying values or carrying amounts on our financial statement. So we have service vehicle less the accumulated depreciation. Okay, so that's it for our depreciation discussions. Thank you very much for listening and God bless us all. See you in the next part or parts.